Wheels4Hope Cares by helping families get back on the road in their own transportation. This is a 1999 Nissan Sentra. Vehicles similar to this one are placed with clients who are referred from the Helen Wright Center at Urban Ministries. Executive Director of Urban Ministries, Peter Morris, joins me now. Peter, it's nice to have you here.
It's nice to be here.
So tell me about your work. What exactly does Urban Ministries do?
Urban Ministries is a 30-year-old agency that's trying to reinvent itself. So we used to speak of our health care, but now we speak about healthy outcomes. We used to speak about hunger, and we speak about nutrition. We still have our programs for homeless women. Now, we call them programs, not shelters.
Okay.
Because the idea is to really help women move from homelessness to home and give them the skills to do so.
Okay, and what are some of the barriers that women in that position face?
Well, the single adult woman is the hardest homeless individual to place. Partially it has to do with that single homeless women are somewhat unusual. Partially it has to do with histories of substance abuse or mental illness. But truthfully, when you move from our program to the world with a job, these are not high-paying jobs that the women get. So programs like Wheels4Hope are very important because by helping get the transportation for the women, they're able to drive just a bit further and maybe for that somewhat better-paying job.
What kind of a difference has it made in the lives of the women that you work with, being able to have their own wheels?
Well, what you'd have to see is a smile on the women's faces. I mean, these are folks who come into the program and may spend 30, 60, or 90 days with us. During that time, getting a job, saving up money for that first rental deposit, and when they hear that they can have a car, it's a sweat equity thing, you know, it's not given to them.
They have to earn it.
They earn the car, and they spend some money to get into the car, but it just opens their eyes wide, makes their smiles wide, and you can just tell they know they can go and get a job where it might be better paying and it might be more suited.
What kind of community support do you need?
Oh boy, I would say that everything we do at Urban Ministries is based on community. I'm a pediatrician by training, and sometimes I talk about primary care or public health or community health. And community health, you just need folks from the churches, from the social organizations, from the civic organizations, and just plain good people to come out and to help support folks who really aren't that different from you and I. You listen to some of the stories of the homeless or of the ill or of the hungry, and you realize that there, but for the grace of God, you might well be.
Right, because illness, an accident, I mean, one little thing or one big thing could really make the difference.
Some of the most moving stories are when you ask people what brings them there, because it may be the first time, and we try to be very hospitable. Less a waiting room than more a place where people can join a hospitality suite. And you hear that they're there for food because their brother lost a job, and brother and sister-in-law have moved in with them, and they can't afford to feed the extra 2 mouths. So this is not the typical story that people think. These are all individual stories, great stories, and the stories of getting a car from Wheels4Hope are just amazing. I've been there when they've blessed the cars and given the cars and given the key.
So it's such an important partnership, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. You can't do any of this work without partnerships, and Wheels4Hope is a fantastic partner.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for telling us about your work.
Thank you for having me.
Since 2010, Wheels4Hope has placed 4 vehicles with clients working through the Urban Ministries Helen Wright Center for Women. If you can help donate your old vehicle to Wheels4Hope, give them a call at 919-832-1941.